parents are, one is Sicilian and one is Calabrese. And we always had food cooking. My grandmother would be cooking upstairs and my mother would be cooking downstairs. I grew up in my grandmother's house for the first 5 years. We moved out of our house with my grandmother when I was 5. We moved around the corner. We grew up in Midtown. There was always family and my mother was always cooking, and we didn't cook fancy. We cooked your basic Italian foods. My grandmother bought a house on Broadway where we lived, and eventually she built a house in Kingston. But the main house was, they called it the Fabiano Farm, and that was on Ulster Landing. Many people from way back, they remember my family's farm, the Fabianos. I have a twin brother, and I have a brother that's 7 years older than me. There's James, and Frank's my older brother. And we grew up very, very, very close. My father had many sisters, and 2 of the sisters would come from Long Island and Jersey City, and they would all come to my grandmother's. And we would all gather there. My mother would say, the girls are coming. And they would bring my cousins, Victoria, Marilyn, Maria. It was great because we would all be there together, all the cousins, and we're so close now. My parents spoke Italian. My grandmother spoke Italian. My aunts all spoke Italian. Many of the times we'd be in the house and they'd all be speaking Italian right around us kids, and we didn't know what they were saying. We still remember some of the words. I can't repeat them, but they did not teach us Italian because they wanted us to speak English. When I had my own children, I decided that we would need to keep the traditions going. One of the traditions is always having somebody at your house. My parents would invite someone over for Thanksgiving. Anyone that had nowhere to go would come to our house and eat. I do the same thing. My kids do the same thing. Christmas Eve, we'll have 40 people in my home, and that's family and friends. I do all the fish, and we do pasta with macaroni with the fish, and we'll do cannolis, and it's just morphed into an enormous Christmas Eve dinner, and everyone comes here. And I'm very traditional. We cook very simple Italian foods. My daughter and my 3 sons also like Italian food, and they're passing it down to my grandchildren. Every holiday just about is at my house. We celebrate birthdays and anniversaries. We celebrate Christmas Eve here, probably bigger than my parents ever did or ever thought to do. But it's tradition. You need to pass down your Italian heritage. There are certain things you want to preserve, and it's the food. It's the passing down of the food. I believe that's where everybody gathers. It's the food that ties, I think, the Italian together, whether it's northern, southern. It's just their traditional food. My parents, they didn't do any community service. They both worked full-time jobs. As soon as I started having kids, I decided I'd make it a priority. And as soon as I had my daughter in 1970, when she was about 7, I decided I would take out a brownie Girl Scout troop, and I would work the PTA, and I would belong to the Big Brothers Big Sisters. I decided to do junior achievement and continue doing a reading program and volunteering at UPAC, which led to me getting my Director of Operations job. And I just thought it was very important to keep involved in the community. And now Ulster County Italian American Foundation, when we started this community care, enables me to continue that. It enables me to work with the Veterans Association. It enables me to work with the seniors. It enables me to work with the Salvation Army and People's Place. And it's just given me a venue. and a backing, the people from UCIF that are backing me. And I think of my parents. No, they didn't get involved in the community, but I saw how they treated other people as human beings. And to me, that is the same thing. I am just privileged to be Signora of the Year. I am honored. I am thankful. I am grateful. I am grateful for the people of the Ulster County Italian American Foundation that have actually given me the honor when it's actually them that have been the people behind me, and they're the ones that are making this possible. I mean, I am really honored, mostly because it is given to me by people that I absolutely think the world of, and I cherish, and I just think are wonderful. And given it by them is just more than I could have asked for. And I'm just honored. I'm humbled.